Hi again, Tom Ryan here. Say, I wanted to get this video over to you as I just noticed a few things on your profile here that I thought could be updated to make it a little bit more of a lead gen asset for you, and also just kind of help your prospects kind of understand a little bit more about what you do and kind of be able to take that next step with you as well. So here goes. So on the banner, what I'd love to see on the banner is just being really clear on who your service is for and what your service is, right? And be able to kind of call those two things out. And also if you can even kind of get in what's the result that someone can expect from your service. That can be really helpful too. So those are kind of the two or three things I'd want to get across on the banner really clearly. Of course, with your branding. And then on the headline here, really looking at kind of a benefit driven statement on, again, specifically who you help and how you help them, and kind of what's the result that you typically achieve. Those are kind of what people want to see, like, because nobody really cares about you or I, they care about themselves. And so we want to call out exactly who you help right there, so that when they're scrolling around on LinkedIn, they are inspired to click into your profile. And then the other thing we want to have here that we don't right now is the call to action, a call to action link, which you can have on your profile that just kind of tells people what to do next. And that's typically going to be the most clicked on thing on your whole profile. So we want to make sure we have a call to action link, whether it's to send people to your website or to book a call with you, or to send them to a resource and generate leads that way. That would be the other thing to have on your profile. And then looking at the about section, just we want to really ask questions there that are kind of pain point type questions, and really make it very client facing. So kind of draw them in and make sure that they understand that you know their pain and that you know how to solve it. So kind of starting with those questions and then kind of breaking it up into sections and just being really clear about who you help, how you help them, maybe some, testimonials, things like that. So, and of course, like, put what you have about yourself there as well. But you just kind of break it up into sections a little bit more so that it's clear and easy to kind of skim and get what people want out of that section. And then the other thing to make sure you have is your featured section. So featured section is something you can add. You basically can just kind of add these little modules to your profile, one of which is the featured section. And that's just a very much like your call to action link up top. That's a good place for people to, kind of know what step to take next. So just keep that consistent, and you can have a little image there, even, that kind of has a little bit of branding and, just tells people like, hey, book a call with me here, or, visit my website or grab this resource. And in one click, they can kind of get off platform. So that's a good thing to have on your profile too. And then in your activity section, you can have the posts there, but you can also toggle that to include like your newsletter or videos that you have on there, or images. And that's a good place too. If you wanted to add a little bit more branding to your profile, you can have those things sit there as well. If you don't just want to have kind of like your, maybe if you don't post that much, or posting falls off or whatever, you can have those as other options there. And then in your experience section, that should just be really a shorter version of your about section. So again, kind of break it up into sections, but really specific to how you help people, like specific to your current offer. So those are the kind of things I had. There's really three things that make your profile more of an asset, and it's, is it findable and clickable for people to get into it? And then when they get there, is it clear and compelling, right? That it's for them, and it's clear like what you offer and who you offer it for. And then what's the call to action? So what do you want people to do next when they get there? So those are kind of the three things I always look for in making any profile much more useful. And because, LinkedIn's the first place that people check nowadays. And, if you're in any kind of B2B business, it's really an asset you want to have, because even if they Google your name, typically it's going to be in the first few results, and it's where people really check nowadays. So anyway, if you want me to do yours, I make it pretty painless. It's 3 easy steps. You fill out a form, I build it for you on a Google Doc, and then I just make the updates right on your profile after you approve it. So there's a link if you want to check out more on that. Either way, I hope this was helpful, and hope you have a great day. Thanks much.